Whenever you're ready, Dr. Hall.
Ready. Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm so glad you was able to join us this evening. First of all, before we get started, I want to welcome you here and just glad that you were able to take time out of your busy schedule and just come and meet me tonight. Before we get started, I want to let you know that if you want to ask a question, then put it in the chat. We have someone that will read that question, and then I will answer the questions. So let me just tell you, this is really informal, and I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. First of all, you know, my name is Barbara Hall, and I am running for City Council member of District 5 for the city of Stonecrest. And I have been living in Stonecrest area for about approximately 14 years. But prior moving to Stonecrest, I retired from the Fresno Police Department in Fresno, California, after about 35 years in law enforcement. I am married and I have 2 children and I have a grandson. Now, while working for the Fresno Police Department, I retired as a detective. I worked domestic violence, I worked sex crimes, I worked child abuse, and I worked financial crimes, among many other duties that I had while working in law enforcement. My educational background is I have a master's, a bachelor's, and an associate's in public administration and management. I also have a doctorate, a master's, and a bachelor's in theology from Life Christian University. I have a certification from American Association of Christian Counselors for caring for God's people and life coaching. As far as community, I love working in the community. That's what I always love to serve. And that's one of the reasons why I'm running, because I love serving the people. As a law enforcement officer, I always love to protect and serve. Since I've been in Georgia, I've been we started our HOA, our Homeowners Association. And when we started that, I became the first treasurer, and I'm the treasurer now at this time. I also participated in National Night Out and assisted in a lot of outreach programs. Now with my church, we have a lot of outreach programs. That's what we do. We give out food, we feed the homeless, we give out clothing. We gave out 1,500 coats to the homeless. We also gave shoes to students going back to school and backpacks. All through the years, I have been participating in all the outreach programs because I am part of the outreach department at my church. Now, my vision for the city of Stonecrest is to cultivate a sense of community, to promote economic growth that will benefit not only District 5, but the entire city of Stonecrest. To become a strong city, Stonecrest must improve public safety. And that is my strength, public safety, because that's what I did for the last 35 years. So we want to have a strong community. We want to promote and improve our public safety. And my purpose is the reason why I'm running, and that is to represent the people here in Stonecrest, the people here in District 5. And this is where I live. This is where I worship. So therefore, these are the things that I want, and I want to do the things that the people in my community want, because I believe we want the same things. I am a member of New Birth Missionary Baptist Church, where I'm also an elder there, and I've been there ever since I've been in Georgia, and really a little bit before I came to Georgia. And my mission is to advocate on behalf of District 5, and not only District 5, but also for all of Stonecrest. I want to advocate in improving communications between the government and the community, keeping our citizens well informed what is happening in District 5. So those are some of the things that I want to do when elected for District 5. Now, if you have any questions, you can put those in the chat, and then we will have Trudy answer those questions. Are you able to see the questions, Trudy? Okay, you're muted. So you need to unmute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Okay.
Yes, Dr. Hall. We have a question from Suzanne. What would be your priorities to, I'm sorry, let me start all over. What would be your priorities to do from the city comprehensive plan?
Well, one of the priorities as we look at the comprehensive plan, one of the things that I would want to do is the sidewalks. That is in that plan, and that is something that the citizens wanted to have. So that's one of the first things I would first prioritize, all the things that need to be done. Once those things are prioritized, then we would go through those things and try to do them at least once a month, take something from that plan and follow that plan. Because my platform is the comprehensive plan, and that is to make sure we follow that plan, because that is what the citizens wanted. They came together, put that plan together, and this is how they wanted to see the city look. So that's what I want to do. I want to make sure I do what's in that comprehensive plan.
Okay, we have another question, Dr. Hall.
Yes.
Do you have a plan to bring more business to the city?
Well, one of the things, one of the things that we can do is we have someone that goes out and look for businesses that want to come into the city. So one of the things is to get with that person, see what they're doing, see what type of businesses they're looking at, and try to bring those businesses in the city. One of the ways to get those businesses in the city is by the housings that we bring into the community. And sometimes we need the more housing we get, the more people count that we have, then that's when the big businesses will look at us and say, yes, we could be sustained in that city. So that's what we want to try to do. We need the economic growth all over, and the housing, we get the housing together, and then we can start getting in the big business, the big restaurants, the things that people want to see come to Stonecrest.
There are no more questions at this time.
Okay, so I can, since there is no more questions, I can tell you a little bit more about myself. Okay, some of the things I like to do. I also work at the Living Waters Bible Seminary, where I'm the Dean of Admissions there. And I love working with people. I enjoy being able to mentor them. So I'm also a counselor for Caring for God's People and a life coach. So I do all of these things. So those are some of the things I do. As far as the community, I've been to most of the city council meetings, even since they've been on Zoom. I was there at the formation of the city when the city first started. I was there. I went to those meetings. I went to go to a lot of the other meetings that they have, like the development, the housing authority, the meetings that I'm able to go, especially now since of the pandemic. A lot of the meetings are on Zoom, so I watch as many of those as I can to keep up to date. I want to stay informed, and that's the thing, is staying informed. So if I'm informed, then my people can be informed, and they don't have to listen to other things that's going around them. Not the people might know something, but they don't have an understanding of what that is. So it's one thing to know something, but it's another thing to understand it. So when you're able to understand it and when you're well informed, then you know exactly what's happening. So that's what I want to do as part of being on the city council. I want to be able to keep my people informed, the people in my district informed, so they know, not only do they know what's going on, they can understand what's going on. So that's one of the things I would like to do.
Excuse me, Dr. Hall. We have another question
Yes.
What can Stonecrest Council do to improve the Arabian Mountain to attract more visitors?
Well, Arabian Mountain is really a really great attraction, and it is in our district. It's in District 5, and it's ran by not only by it's in Stone Mountain, but it's also ran by other organizations. And there is a lot of traffic that people don't realize that come to Arabian Mountain. In fact, I saw this morning there was two big buses there with children getting, going into Arabian Mountain. So there's a lot of traffic that's coming in and out of Arabian Mountain. Now, one thing that I want to see, if I want to see the things to grow around the businesses that come to grow around Arabian Mountain. So we have the people that's coming. It's just now we need to get businesses around the area so they'll have some place to purchase things that would be helpful to them, like bicycles, or if they have a flat tire, because we have people riding bikes and all that kind of thing. So those are some of the things that we can do to help keeping the foot traffic and the bike traffic in Arabian Mountain.
Okay, there's another question. What would you do first to get a local Stonecrest police force? How will the city pay for your idea to have a local police force?
And that is a very good question. So one of the things that I have been on the police advisory committee. We did a study. We had a study done about bringing the police department to the city of Stonecrest. One thing that you can realize is that the money that is going to DeKalb County at this time for DeKalb County Police, that same money that's being used for DeKalb County Police that we're using now, we take that same money and we use it for the money for Stonecrest Police. So, and then once you have a police department, then there's other grants and there's other fundings that's available to you. But because we don't have that, we're not able to get that funding. But once we establish our own department, that funding will come.
There's another question. It's asking you, can you kind of it says what areas are in District 5. So can you kind of give us the general boundaries?
Sure. If you're at Browns Mill, okay, and you go to the county line on Browns Mill, you go to just before you get to Rockdale County. So just say it would start there from Browns Mill, then it would go all the way down Browns Mill to Evans Mill. Then you would go down Evans Mill on the right. From Browns Mill on the right if you go down Evans Mill, there is District 5. Now, when you get down to Woodrow Road, on the left side where New Birth is, that's District 5. And you also, behind New Birth is District 5. So all that area back behind New Birth is District 5. And then all the way over onto Hillendale. Now it all goes down from Hillendale. You can go down to Evans Mill. I'll say if you can get this picture. So you go down to Evans Mill. And so from on the right is District 5, and then all the way from on the left side, all the way up to Covington Highway would be District 5. So I hope that answered your question.
Oh, here's another question that just popped up.
Okay.
What are your plans to aid in cleaning up the area?
One of the things that we have to realize is As far as the businesses goes, it is their responsibility to make sure their area is clean. Now, when that does not happen, what we can do is we have code enforcement, when we can notify code enforcement to check on those businesses that's not doing what they're supposed to do. Also, when they do the right thing, when they do what they're supposed to do, where there are awards that's in another district, but there are awards given. Now, other things that can be done is to have more signs posted about littering, and then have fines about littering. When you see someone throwing something out the window or he's just throwing stuff on the ground, when you see someone there, if you see that, then you need to speak up, because we have to help our own community. So it takes everybody to work the community. It takes everybody to make a difference. So if you see a child, if you see someone, throwing something out the window or whatever, you need to get that information, and that person needs to be fined. So we need to have in place, signs where if you litter, this could happen. If you litter, there's a $50 fine, $500 fine, whatever it might be. Okay, but those things need to be put in place so that can happen. And then everyone has to work together to make that happen. It's just not going to happen by one person. We as a community have to want to have a clean community, and we all have to work together to do that.
Dr. Hall, there's another question. What can council do about the potholes on our streets?
Well, as far as the potholes go, the council really doesn't have much say about that, because that is the county. The county is the one that goes and correct the potholes. So what we can do as a council is make sure we have a good relationship with our representatives from the county and from the state and from the federal. All our representatives, we have a good working relationship with them. So therefore, when we have a problem, we're able to go to them and get that problem solved.
There are no other questions at this time.
Okay, do anyone have a comment that they would like to make? If they could put that in the chat. You might not have a question, but you might have a comment that you want to make. Okay.
Okay, here's a question actually.
Mm-hmm.
It says, do you plan to be more visible than our current council person?
Well, I plan to be visible. I do not, I can't tell you what the incumbent is doing, but I know what I plan to do. One of the things that I see as part of my vision is to make sure that we have monthly meetings. We will have a meeting every month to make sure that you stay informed and what's going on in our district, and then not only what's going on in our district, but what's going on in the entire city. And just like I said earlier, it's being informed. It's not just knowing about something, but understanding about that. So it's better to get an understanding. So we can know a thing, but it's better when you understand a thing. So that's what our monthly meetings will be for. And I'm in the community a lot doing giveaways and doing all kinds of different things. So I'm pretty visible in the community now. So I plan to continue to do what I'm doing, and probably even do more once I'm on the council.
Dr. Hall, we have some more questions that have popped up.
Okay.
The next question is, are you planning on having more meet and greets, either in person or like this?
Yes, and that's one of the things that we're working on now, as far as with the different homeowners associations and different groups. Some of them want a meet like this on Zoom because of the COVID and all the things that's happening with COVID. And then there's others that will allow us to come into the community, as long as everybody is safe, distance, and have their masks on, we will be able to go into those communities and do more meet and greets. And those you can find out on my website, because every time I have a meet and greet, that will be on the website. And if you don't have the website, that will be put up when at the end of this meeting, but it is www.vote Barbara Hall, the number 4 district, and then the number 5.com. That is the website.
Okay, we have some more questions. The next question is, the SPLOS tax ends in 2025. Do you think the 1 cent sales tax should be extended?
Yes, I definitely think the 1 cent sales tax should be extended. First of all, is a really good tax. You're not the only one that's paying it. So when we get people that's coming into our city, they're paying that 1 cent sales tax. So they're paying it for us. I mean, you paying it too when you shop in the city, but when we have people, that's why we want to keep building economic growth and economic development, because the more people come into our city, the more money that we will have. So that 1 cent, it might not seem a lot, but it adds up, and it's used for a lot of different things. It's set aside for a lot of different things, infrastructure, for and we would be able to use it for the police department. We'll be able to use it for, there's a lot of things it's already set aside for. So yes, I think that should be extended.
Next question, Dr. Hall. Where can I get a yard sign?
Ooh, thank you. I would love for you to take a yard sign. And what you can do tonight is you can put your address in the chat, but just put it directed to Trudy. So only Trudy will see your address, and then we will make sure we bring you a yard sign.
Okay. Oh, here's another question. What are the benefits of having our own police department?
Thank you so much for asking that question, because the benefits are so much more than what we have now. First of all, the response time. If we had our own police department, our own police force, when you call in, the time that it takes for DeKalb County to come, because remember, DeKalb County is not only servicing us in Stonecrest, but they're servicing other areas in DeKalb County. So it's going to take them longer, and there's a longer response time. So one of the benefits for having our own police department is response time. And then the other benefit is because if you have a police department that's for Stonecrest, that they're Stonecrest police, they're going to care more about the city, because now they're proud to wear that uniform that say Stonecrest police, and they're going to do a good job enforcing the laws of the city, the state, the county, whatever laws that they enforce. So it'll be a great benefit for us to have our own police department.
I don't see any more questions at this time.
Okay, hoping somebody might, if somebody want to make a statement, they can type that in chat if you have something that you want to say. I really thank you for wanting the yard sign. I appreciate that. So I'll be glad to get one out to you. So you make sure you address that to Trudy, and she will make sure we get your address, and we will bring you a yard sign. Well, I really appreciate those that's here. I appreciate you being here. And I do have a book, and my book is called Forever Forgiven, as shown on the screen. That book you can get at Amazon. And the book is about forgiveness. And the forgiveness, to understand that forgiveness is not for the other person, but it's for you, because it interferes with your health, it interferes with your thinking, it interferes with a lot of things that's going on with your body. Because if you're holding in unforgiveness, if you're holding in bitterness, it's hurting you and it's not hurting the other person. So it teaches you the steps of what you can do to let go of unforgiveness. So if you get a chance, get a copy of my book. It is at Amazon, and the proceeds do go to the campaign.
Dr. Hall, we had a follow-up question to the police question.
Yes.
This person asked, I was put on hold with 911. What are the chances of this with our police department? Oh, I've had that happen too.
Yes, I never heard of that until I moved to Georgia. Until I moved to DeKalb County. Like I said, I was on the police department for over 35 years, and we would never, ever think of putting anybody on hold. So when you dial 911, that's an emergency, and that's something you need right away. And if someone puts you on hold and you're trying to get to them, well, you need something, you need help right away. But when we get our own police department, that will not happen. That will not happen, because we will have our own 911 system, and that will not happen.
We have another question, Dr. Hall. When is early voting?
Oh, that's a very good question. And we will have that up at the end of this, but early voting starts October the 12th. And it goes to the end of October. And that's what we want you to do. We want you to go out and we want you to vote in early voting, because things happen. And you might say, well, I'm gonna wait till November the 2nd, but things might happen like on that day and you might not be able to vote. So if you do early voting, then it's done. So on October the 12th, hey, get out there and vote for me, Barbara Hall, for Stonecrest District 5. I would appreciate that. I would appreciate your support. Thank you.
That's all I see right now.
Okay, nobody has any comments that you see?
No. Oh, wait, something just popped up. Do you know if there is plans to have a permanent city hall? What is the future of Sam's building?
I was just talking to someone about that today, as a matter of fact. Right now, they do not know at this time what the future of the Sam's building is. They're looking at different options, but one of the options is to keep the building and, make a city center. But then there's other options been thrown around where they might sell the building and, do so and find another place for this city center. So I'm hoping, and I'm not on the council now, but I'm hoping they keep that building. I'm hoping they keep the property and make it a center that where we all will be proud of to go to have our city center, our city hall, and all the city functions.
There are no more questions or comments at this time.
Okay. I will be having other meet and greets. Like I said before, they will be on my website. I will be having a walk and talk. So if anyone interested, I haven't set a date yet, but we will have a walk and talk where we'll be walking in Arabian Mountain, and we'll be talking about different things. So might be issues about the city, it might be whatever you want to talk about, but we're going to have a walk and talk where we walk Arabian Mountain, go through the mountain, go through there, and just enjoy the area, enjoy the day. So if look for that in the future for those of you that love the walk. So we'll be doing that. And if you are here and you know others in your community that's not here, just give them the information that you heard today and let them know what's going on. Also give them my website information and they can look at my website. They can see exactly what I'm doing. And they will also be able to get a yard sign or whatever they want by going to the website and putting in their information. Any other questions yet?
No, I don't see any other questions.
Okay. Well, while we wait, I want to say to my District 5 community, I want you to know that I am here to represent you. I believe in honesty, integrity, and commitment. And the reason why I say that, first of all, honesty, because that's who I am. I believe in being honest in all the things that I do with the people that I work with. And I also believe in integrity. Integrity means, doing the right thing even when no one is looking. And that's what I do. I always believe in integrity and commitment. When I commit to something, I stick to it and I do it. So I believe in honesty, integrity, and commitment. What concerns you also concerns me. I am not only here just to listen, but I'm also here to take your words into action. That's what I want to do. I want to hear what you're saying. I want to be able to take those words into action. Our district and our city needs your ideas, your energy, and your passion. And that's what I want to do. I want get that energy and that passion from you, the things that you want to do, the things that you want to see in the city. And we want to make that happen. And we want to make our city move forward. So we want to move forward. That's the thing we want to do. We want to go from where we are and to move forward. So I would like your support. You can volunteer and you can help financially, or you can put a yard sign in your yard. And especially you can vote for me, Dr. Barbara Hall, for District 5. So vote early on October 12th. Right now, we're not really sure exactly where the early voting will be, but we will know by then, and it will be on the website. And also, remember, if you don't vote early voting, then the regular voting will be on November the 2nd.
Dr. Hall, a couple more questions have popped up.
Sure.
Do you know of any debates for the candidates?
At this time, there's one debate where we still haven't decided on that one. I know that Councilman Turner is having a debate for, I think he's going to be for all the candidates, not just for District 5. And we're also looking at a podcast. So we might be doing a podcast. So that's something that we're looking to in the future. So to stay informed, make sure you keep going to the website. When new information comes in, we'll make sure it's posted on the website.
I have two questions. I'm going to flip them since you mentioned website. And that is, are you and your campaign on any social media platforms?
We are on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, and we have, we're on just basically Facebook, and we have the website. And then also, if you want to email me, you can also email me at Dr. Barbara Hall, the number 4, district, the number 5 at gmail.com. Let me repeat that again. It's Dr. is Dr. period, Barbara Hall, 4, the number 4, district 5, the number 5 at gmail.com.
And the next question, in your opinion, What is the most pressing concern in the community?
The most pressing concern. Well, I could tell you some of the complaints that have been made, and that would be mostly about trash. And we talked about that a little bit earlier, but that's some of the complaints that I'm hearing a lot from our meet and greets. So one of the things that we, like we had said earlier, as far as the trash goes behind businesses, it is their responsibility to make sure that trash is picked up, but it's our responsibility to say something. So when we see something, we have to say something. And we do have in place, like I said earlier, I forgot the word. Okay, our code enforcement, I'm sorry. We do have in place our code enforcement who will, they take these things very serious. And they find these people. And if they get enough fines, believe me, they're going to be picking up the trash. So if you see something, you have to say something. And that's what we all need to do.
I have no more questions or comments showing at this time.
Okay. Well, if somebody have a comment, I can say one thing. I've been working a lot with the small businesses and our Black Wall Street, and I'm really excited about our Black Wall Street, and I'm really excited about the businesses that's coming into the Black Wall Street. In fact, I was there today, helped registering some of the business that's coming into the Black Wall Street. Now, they had planned to open in September, but because of COVID, they will not be able to open. So they won't be opening now until October at the tour. I think it's October. I wrote the date down, but I think it's around October the 12th or somewhere in there. I don't want to give you the wrong date, but I did write it down. I think it might be, where is it? I'll put it in my book. Okay, I'm not sure, but I know it's in October, and it might be around the 12th. October, no, it's at the end of October, October 29th. I just found it. Okay. So they will be opening on October 29th from 11 to 8. Okay. That's the time frame. It will be from 11 to 8. And I'm really excited about that because I'm really excited about all the entrepreneurs that's coming in there and supporting them and supporting businesses that's coming into the Black Wall Street. And we have a lot of interesting business. You're going to be shocked when you see them. I'm like ready to go and just buy stuff right now. So I'm so glad when they finally be able to come in. Because of the COVID, like I said earlier, they will not be able to come in until October. So we're hoping that the COVID numbers will start to drop. And like today, there was a big event at the mall of Stonecrest. They had people getting COVID shots. They was paying them $100. So you should have saw the lines. It was like all wrapped around everywhere. So the more people get the shots, the maybe more people will able to get the numbers down. And when we get the numbers down, we can start opening things back up. Any other questions?
I don't see any.
Okay. And so all I can say, since there's no questions, all I can say is that all citizens, we need to get involved in our community. We need to get involved in, and when we see something on the ground, pick it up. It's not going to hurt to pick it up. You don't have to touch it, use something to pick it up with. So every little bit helps. So we can all be part of the solution and not part of the problem.
Oh, here, Dr. Hall, can I ask? There's another question.
Okay.
Will there be increased traffic due to new houses that are being built?
I believe so. And I say, thank you, Jesus, because the more traffic we see, the more business we see come in. So yes, there's going to be an increase in traffic, but you have to take the good with the bad. And as we get the traffic, hopefully we get those houses, we get the traffic, and you're going to see our businesses boom. I don't know if you ever been down Turner Hill going to Snellville and see all the traffic in Snellville and see all those businesses on both sides of the street, and you have traffic everywhere. And so if we have business, we're gonna have traffic. And so when I see the traffic, I'm gonna be happy about that. In fact, that's part of my vision, that we have traffic everywhere. So that means we have business that's booming. Everybody's making money, and everybody's, happy. We're enjoying it. So yes, there's gonna be some traffic, but it's gonna be a good thing. Okay. What else can I say? What else can I talk about? Okay. Okay. Oh, I think I see another question might be coming in.
Oh, I'm sorry. Any vision for grocery stores in District 5?
Well, District 5 is mostly residential. We do have a few small stores and some small businesses, but District 5 is mostly residential, and that's what it's zoned for. Most of the area is zoned for residential, so we won't have a lot of the business in District 5. It can be some smaller business coming into District 5. Like I said earlier, when we talked about Arabian Mountain, I want to see those type of businesses that can support the Arabian Mountain people that's coming to Arabian Mountain. It might be like a little coffee shop or a little ice cream shop or something, a bike shop, those type of businesses that we would welcome to have, so that's going to support the Arabian Mountain people that come into Arabian Mountain.
Here's another one just popped up. Thank you. This has been, another one popped up. Thank you. This has been very informative. I look forward to more of these meetings. And then someone said, not dollar stores, right? I think that's in reference to the grocery stores in District 5, or
right.
The last response.
Right. There's already they already have a moratorium on the gas stations and the dollar stores in the city of Stonecrest. So at that present time, no, that's not going to happen. And as far as the big grocery stores, like I said, we would see that more. And we are going to have a gourmet market in the Black Wall Street, which is going to be real nice. Okay, so that's a gourmet market. But as far as the large grocery stores, that's going to be more in the area of District 1, where we're down on Mall Parkway in that area.
And the next question is, what about a local pharmacy?
Well, right now we have the only pharmacy that we have in Stonecrest. We have the Walgreens over on Covington Highway, that's not our District 5, but that's local. And then we have the CVS also on this end of Covington Highway. So I know we have those pharmacies, and it might be a few little small other pharmacies. I'm not sure about that, but as far as we had the Rite Aid, which we don't have that anymore. But a lot of the reasons why some of the businesses like the Rite Aid closes because it's not enough foot traffic and not enough people are going. They're now getting their medicines and their other things online. So we got to deal with the online shoppers. But even though we have that on, people are mostly buying things online now, we still have growth, and we still can see growth. You go to the mall, we still see stores moving up, coming in the mall. You go to like the Black Wall Street, you're going to see all of those stores. It's going to be 100 businesses in there. So it's going to be nice. So we still have growth, even though a lot of businesses are closed, we are still growing.
I have a comment.
Yes.
Says, wow, you are very passionate. Where does that come from?
It comes from because I love people. I love being a servant. I am a servant leader. That's what I do. So I'm just taking it as running for council is just taking it a step higher because I've always served my community. I've always served in my church. And so being on the council is no difference. I'll just still be serving the community. It's just be up a little step higher. That's all.
That's all I have right now. But I do know there is a Walgreens, I'm sorry, a Walmart pharmacy because my husband gets his
That's right.
prescriptions at Walmart.
Right, that is correct. I forgot about Walmart. I didn't even think about that one. And I know we also have Kaiser right down on Mall Parkway, and there's a pharmacy in there also. So
And somebody else chimed in, Kroger.
oh, okay, and Kroger has one too. Yes, so we do have some that's not that far away. Thank you for that. Thank you, everyone, for that. There's any other questions or comments that you would like to make at this time? We only have about 5 minutes left. So I just want to say I really enjoyed speaking with you. And I hope that you will, I can gain your support as vote for Barbara Hall, District 5. Okay. So I really appreciate that you took the time out to come with us this evening. And as you will see, when the meeting's over, you see the registration, the voter registration. You see the early voting there and the in-person voting. It will be like on November the 2nd, we said earlier. So those are some of the things. And don't forget to go to my website, and I'll repeat it again. The website is www.vote Barbara Hall, 4 district, 5.com. Okay. And don't forget that if you go online, you can find my book at Amazon, and it's called Forever Forgiven. Yes. In fact, you can scan that little thing right there. That Q code. So. But again, I just want to thank you for your time, for taking this time out to be here. And I hope I answered some of your questions. And you will see me around. And like I said, I will be doing other meet and greets. Join me for my walk and talk. When you see that posted, you'll be able to register just like you did today and join me for my walk and talk. And also invite your friends. And if you just tell somebody, tell your neighbors and your friends and let them know that if you learned something today, give them the information that you learned, and then give them my website. Okay, it looks like, oh, that's my computer. I was gonna say, it looks like it was cutting us off, but that's my computer popped up. I hope it don't cut me off. Okay. Well, this will conclude the meeting. So I just want to say thanks again for everyone for joining us. And I really hope that I was able to answer some of your questions and some of your concerns. And I thank you very much. And like I said, again, vote for Barbara Hall for District 5. Thank you.